What's going on everyone, Rich Lee here, and today it's time for the third episode of my Real Madrid Career Mode series. Now, I'm not going to have face cam in today's episode, so I apologise for that. There will be face cam in all future episodes, just like there has been for the first two episodes, but today, the pure focus of the video is transfer targets. I'm going to take a look through the squad and work out with you where we need to strengthen. I want to listen to your feedback as to which players you'd like to see me sign, as that's something that I feel is incredibly important in this series. I want to get you as involved as possible in this series. I want to listen to your feedback, make this series as interactive as possible, and make it as enjoyable as possible, hopefully, for you. So let's get into it, and let's take a look through the squad. Right then, so starting out with the goalkeepers, and first up here, we've got first choice goalkeeper, Kalin Abbas. He is 85 rated at the age of 29, 6'1" tall, so not the tallest player in the world, but 85 rated, solid first choice keeper, and in the first season at least, I won't be looking to replace him. And as backup keeper, we've got Kiko Casilla, 79 rated, so again, not really looking to replace him. And the third choice keeper is Ruben Yanez, only 66 rated, but as he's the third choice keeper, I'm not too worried about that, as he probably won't get any game time whatsoever anyway. Moving on to the right backs now then, and we've got Carvajal, Hakimi and Danilo. Now Carvajal is my first choice right back, and he is an absolutely cracking player. 83 rated at the age of 24, and so far I've been very much enjoying using him. Hakimi has only got 75 potential, but he's the third choice right back, and just like Ruben Yanez, I'm not too sure it really matters because he's not going to get any game time anyway, so it doesn't really matter that he's only 64 rated. And Danilo, he's a very solid and capable backup player, 80 rated at the age of 25, very well rounded, and if he's needed, he can definitely get the job done. Moving on to the centre backs now then, and we've got Pepe and Sergio Ramos as our first choice partnership. Pepe is on the decline, which is a bit disappointing, but he's still a very good player, 88 rated at the age of 33. We will need to replace him eventually, but we have some cracking young players in the squad, so we possibly don't even have to buy anyone. Ramos, 30 years old, 89 rated. Again, very good, but it's possible that in the next couple of seasons, he will start to decline. Then we've got Varane, a very high quality young player, 84 rated at the age of 23, and he will definitely get regular first team football in the future. Lineheart is 65 rated at the age of 20. Nacho Fernandez is a very solid and capable backup player, and I'm not too sure if that's his full potential or if he's got a bit of growth left in him, but 78 rated anyway, and that's not too bad at all. Diego Llorente has got 86 potential, so he's a very good player for the future, 23 years old, 78 rated already, and as I said before, 86 potential. Vallejo is another player with decent potential as well. He's got 85 potential, so he's only 73 rated at the moment, but he's still got 12 growth left in him, and he could be an absolutely fantastic player in the future. And what can I really say about Marcelo? 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, and he is basically just an absolute monster. He is going to be an absolute ever-present in my squad. Unless he gets injured, he will be playing every single game. And Contral is a capable backup player as well, can play left back or right back, and he's a quality player to have in the squad. And then finally, we've got the third choice left back, Alfaro Tudjarow. I'm not too sure what his potential is, but 62 rated. I can't see him getting any first team football. And I don't really operate with a CDM, so I'm not too sure how much game time these lads will really be getting, but Casemiro will be used as a squad rotation player anyway. I'll play him as a centre mid. Lucas Silva, 74 rated at 23, not too bad. And Lucas Toro is 68 rated at the age of 22. Currently out on loan at Real Oviedo, and he probably doesn't have a future at the club for me. Right then, so now we get to the wing positions, and this is a bit of a problem area, I feel. We've got Lucas Vazquez here, 81 rated, who's a very good player, but if you look at the other options, Alvaro Jimenez isn't really going to get game time. We've got Gareth Bale, of course, and he is an absolutely cracking player. And of course, on the other wing, we've got Cristiano Ronaldo, but as I'm playing Messi as a centre forward, I prefer Messi as a centre forward rather than a winger. We only really have 3 quality wingers in the form of Vasquez, Bale and Ronaldo, so I feel like we need 1 or 2 more options, and that is one of the positions where I'm looking for suggestions. Who do you think that we should bring into the club as a backup winger? And we're doing pretty well at centre mid, as we've got 2 of the best central midfielders in the world in the form of Modric and Toni Kroos, but because Luka Modric has hit the age of 30, he's started to decline. That's something that I've noticed in this game, unlike last year where players kept improving even well into their 30s. In FIFA 17, it seems that as soon as you hit 30, you start to decline. So Modric's technical stats are already dropping off, and we're only in August. So yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Toni Kroos is obviously a cracking player, 88 rated at the age of 26. We've got Febas there as well, 68 rated at the age of 20. He's got 82 potential, so he's a very good player for the future. Kovacic is another good player for the future, high potential player, and I like the look of him a lot. Llorente, again, very good potential for the future, 86 potential in fact, 73 rated at the moment, but he's definitely a player to keep an eye on once he gets back from loan. And in terms of wingers, like I mentioned before, I just don't really feel that we've got enough depth. Enzo Fernandez, son of a legend, but 66 rated at the age of 21, and I don't really feel that he's going to get much game time. And as for Bergwijn, currently out on loan at Sporting Gijón, 74 rated at the age of 22, definitely a player to keep an eye on, but for the time being, I don't feel that he's ready for first team football. And in terms of attacking midfielders, even though we've moved on James Rodriguez, we're still very well covered in that position. We've got Isco, who's 84 rated at the age of 24, very good player. Martin Odegaard, who's a solid player for the future. And Marco Asensio, he has 89 potential, and he's already very good to be honest. 20 years old, 81 rated, and both he and Isco will be very useful players in the squad. And Sergio Diaz is another player to keep an eye on. He's got 81 potential, so I'll put him up for a 1-year loan, see if anyone comes in for him, but I'll keep an eye on him anyway, and he could be a decent player for the future. And after all that effort that we went to bring in Lionel Messi, he is already on the decline, and that's very disappointing to see, to be honest. I was saying before that as soon as players hit the age of 30 in this game, they seem to decline, but Messi isn't even 30, he's 29, and he's already on the decline. And as I was saying before, Gareth Bale is obviously an absolutely cracking player, and it's good to see that he's still improving at the age of 27, but if he gets injured, or if Ronaldo gets injured, we're pretty limited in terms of wingers, so I feel that we need to add at least 1, maybe even 2 new wingers to the squad. And as we take a look at the strikers, first up we've got Karim Benzema, 87 rated at the age of 28. Didn't really enjoy playing with him in the pre-season tournament. As you can see there, he only got a 6.0 average, but in the first league game of the season he scored 2 goals, so there's hope for him yet, and of course he is an absolutely cracking player, so let's give him a chance and see what he's capable of in this game. Morata is 82 rated, decent backup player, and he's definitely going to get a fair amount of game time as well. Virgos, 66 rated at 20, he's not really going to play. Mariano is 71 rated at the age of 23, he's not really going to get game time either. De Thomas is out on loan at the moment, 68 rated at the age of 21. Mayoral has got 86 potential, so he's definitely a player to keep an eye on. Still only 19 years old, and he could be a very good striker in the future. And last but not least, we've got Cristiano Ronaldo, and he is well and truly on the decline. 31 years old, and he's already dropped off to a 93 rating. In FIFA 16, he was still a 93 rating for me at the age of 37. Yet in this game, as I said before, the system that they've got in place for older players is very different. Whereas in the old game, you could have a player well into their 30s still improving. In this game, they seem to be a lot harsher about that, and as soon as a player hits their 30s, they start to decline rapidly, and that seems to be happening with Cristiano Ronaldo. And like I was saying before, I really do feel that we need at least 1 or 2 new wingers for the squad, and Two players that I've got listed here are Hesse and Bruma. They've both got 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, and they can both play on both wings as well. So they're both absolutely cracking players. Obviously, in real life, Hesse has only just left Real Madrid, so we can't bring him back straight away, but he is definitely a player that I'd like to bring back to the club in the future. And as for Bruma, Portuguese winger, he can learn from Ronaldo and maybe replace him on that left wing in the future. And as a long-term goalkeeper transfer target, we've got David Dahiya. I'm not looking to sign him straight away. I'm going to be playing Navas, at least for the first season, but David Dahiya is a player that very nearly joined Real Madrid in real life, and he's certainly a player that I'd love to add to the squad in this series. So, you've seen the full squad report, and it's now up to you as to who we bring into the club. I've shown you a couple of my transfer targets, but that's irrelevant. I want to hear who you want me to sign, and in the next video, I'll do my best to bring in a couple of those players. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next time.